Hello, welcome to the show. Tonight's special guest, all the way from the Hawaiian Isles by way of Nebraska. This man comes from Nebraska. We got Paul. Paul fucking Krutz. Bloody fucking Krutz. Here we go. Let's bring him on. What's up, Paul?
Dude, I almost had an aneurysm. I was laughing so hard.
Polly coconut ass. Hula hula.
My grandfather might have been on that episode.
Yeah, you might have, right?
Somewhere in the background of the police station.
That's great. So, how have you been, Paul?
I've been pretty good. Pretty damn good. How about yourself?
I have been pretty damn good. Things are getting accomplished. My 7 inches coming out of my band, not the other one. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's all. Good night. The Pius Levis Cruentation 7 inches out. Get it from Old Cemetery Records. But this ain't about me. What's out is, man, I just fucking had it. Oh, okay. Unprofessional show. The new Ka'ai.
Hell yeah.
Where ancient gods reign, right? Like,
Damn right.
so let's talk about it, Paul. What's going on here? I am, by the way, we're gonna play some Ka'ai here in a minute, but we got to talk about the new album. What's going on?
Well, what do you want to know? I mean, it's got 6 brand new original songs. It's got 2 cover songs. And all 6 of the originals are quite fucking. A lot of people died.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we talked about it last time. It seems like Hawaiian mythology, if we want to call it that, it's pretty brutal.
Oh yeah, the mythology as well as just the history in general. Because everybody learn. If you do learn anything, you learn it's the 50th state, and there's a lady named Queen Liliuokalani at the very end, and then you hear the name King Kamehameha, and then it's a good place to visit. And then they're done talking about it, and maybe they talk about a little bit of pineapple and all that.
Yeah, we
Coconuts.
got all the stereotypes covered here on my channel.
But
the
they don't talk
volcanoes.
about, like at one time it was just 8 islands with some of them had many warring factions within each island, not even counting going to a different island trying to like take over a portion of it. And then you might have 1 or 2 central chiefs that the rest of the islands all follow. They don't tell you about that. They don't tell you about when Whitey first showed up.
That's me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some of my ancestors. My ancestors had to figuratively and literally fuck my other ancestors for me to be here.
I
But
think everybody's ancestors did that
yeah,
at some point back in the
but
timeline. Yep.
but so I figured with my music I could tell the stories of mythology as well as the history. A lot of it I tell pre-contact, as they like to say for the history, and then obviously I also write songs about after um, Captain Cook arrived. So it's like I just figure I could. There's a broad, wide ass load of history, and if I can get like 5 or 6 people, maybe a few more interested in it because they heard it in a death metal song, I'm doing something good.
Now, you like to brand your music as Hawaiian death metal.
Yeah, because that's the only topic, pretty much. That's
That's
all.
okay. But you're not like incorporating like any type of Hawaiian instruments into it, are you? Or are you not?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
So
There's
it's
not.
so for the knuckleheads out here that don't quite understand. It's death metal with Hawaiian topics, and I'll
Yeah,
go as far to say, Paul, I hear some melodic black metal riffing in your riffing. You know,
that, that's not entirely accidental. There's some of my influences on guitar that are more black metal or like old Emperor albums, like Anthem, Night Side Eclipse, as well as like Dissection. Because if you're 50 and you play guitar and you play metal, you probably got influenced by Dissection or Emperor a little bit. And then also like some of the old Greek bands, like the melodic ones like Rotting Christ, which is why I did a cover. And then like the melodic death metal band Horrified from Greece, they influenced me a little bit. Fuck, they did a song where it's like basically the Conan soundtrack but metal.
How cool is that shit?
Yeah, it's awesome. But so I've always liked that melodic side a lot, and God Dethrone's a big influence. As well as like I liked In Flames on their first couple albums, like Oracle and Jester's Race. I liked Old Amorphous, and Old Amorphous has a lot of melody.
It sure does, yeah.
You got the one guitar, Ace of Holopainen sitting there, if I said that right, and he's playing one riff that's completely different than Tommy. And I always like that as well, which you hear that a lot in my music. Two guitars doing two totally different things.
I'm a big fan of The Privilege of Evil.
Oh, I love Privilege of Evil.
That's like, oh well, yeah. Go back and get into The Privilege of Evil. I bet you'll like that one, Megs. That fucking death metal, man.
Oh man,
I know they got a little more melodic, as you were saying, but
yeah, like
Evil straight up. That was supposed to be a split with Incantation.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Roy talked about that one.
Importance?
Literally right after it. It was that Blasphemy. I can't remember it. Roy, someone put it out. I think it was Roy or something. But that was supposed to be a split album with Incantation. But for whatever reason, it didn't happen. But that's how fucking awesome that is, But enough of them. Do you want to? Let's play a track from some Ko'ai, and then we'll come back and talk about it. And that's a good question, JD. Don't answer it yet. Question: what is Paul using for his drum tracks? We'll get that when we come back. All right, here we go. Some new Ko'ai. I don't know why it's not playing. Yeah, this is pretty good, Paul. I like how you made this video with it too.
I used the mod.
Nice little 70s montage. Damn, you even got fucking Jack Lord in it. That's some classic stuff. Oh, look, you're even a guest. Wow. Yeah, should we listen to your whole song again? Dude, this is pretty catchy. You know what? You should rent this out to marching bands. I think the money you would make off of this would be really good. All right, that's enough of that. We're going to play the real thing here now. I just had to play it for the people who hadn't seen it. It came in late. Hula Hula. That's a deep cut. You got to know your cartoons if you don't know who Hula Hula is. You want to play A Promise to My Sons?
Yeah, okay.
You're so laid back, dude. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, we're going to listen to some new Ko'ai. This is A Promise to My Sons from Where Ancient Gods Reign. Fucking original shit. Let's check this out. All right, dude. Hey, all right. All jokes aside, this is serious. All right. That shit sounds great, dude. The production sounds great. The writing is very well done. The execution is good. What do you use for your drums? Because program or whatever. I know we might have asked this before. For anyone new, let's explain to them because it sounds good.
Honestly, if you found out how cheap my recording equipment was, you'd be astonished. The drum machine is built in to a Boss DR900.
Uh huh.
The Boss DR900 CD made by Roland. And the drum machines is one of the different, like it's got different sounds. So like I could use a Roland 808.
Okay.
Or, I just set it to the metal setting.
That sounds good, man. Works.
Yeah, well, it's the most natural sounding of them. Like the reggae drums don't sound quite right. I mean, it's got kind of a cool snare sound, but and like I'm totally aware that sometimes I'm a little lazy. I'm like, because I can adjust the actual velocity of the snare strike, for example.
Okay.
And sometimes I do that because you'll hear it once in a while where it sounds kind of like, for lack of better example, Dave Lombardo. You'll hear him doing the Slayer beat, and sometimes the intensity of his hit on the snare will be a little louder, a little softer.
Yeah, the velocity, the hit changes a little. Yeah.
So if I think about it when I'm programming the beat, I make sure to do that. So that way it has a more natural sound.
A little fluctuation in the drum sound. It doesn't sound like a machine. Yeah. That does help to capture the difference in the velocity.
And also, like, when I program drums, I actually learned how to read drum tablature for that.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, that way I knew where to put, like on the song Cool Elite, I got a little bit more creative than the basically snare hitting on the beat, like on the even beats or on a half beat or on every beat, which Slayer does a lot of death metal, black metal. But I got a little bit funky on the drums, not too crazy. But I just learned to program basic metal beats and fills, so that way it sounded more like what a drummer might actually play. And even though I think it sounds cool, I don't. When I'm playing, I don't like super busy, drums. I like
just keeping holding down that rhythm, keeping it steady. I know because some drummers get a little too happy. With, showing how good they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like Hypocrisy being one of my biggest influences as well. Their drummer, he's not super flashy, but he gets the fucking job done. So to speak. Like, not everybody has to have the hands of Lombardo.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, there's so many great drummers out there. And it's like, I'm not trying to fool anybody, but I'm also not trying to program some lame shit.
Not being lazy, like sounding like your typical one-man band out of the bedroom first project thing.
And also with it, I want it to sound like something that if I were to find another, a drummer and maybe be able to go live, which that would be awesome. But if I were to be able to find a drummer, him not look at me and go like, what the fuck, dude? I have 2 hands and 2 feet. There's no fucking way.
Because I've seen that too. At some drum machines, they go a little overboard. I'm like, it's impossible to play that.
It's like I know that there's drummers out there, and I've heard drummers, black metal, death metal, and they can hit the fucking snare drum or the kick drum 9,372 times, and at like 350 beats a minute. And, it's cool as fuck. But, even like Dave Suzuki, when he was playing drums in Vital Remains, that motherfucker knew when to pull back, even though it was like basically a blast beat for 9 minutes. But, he knew.
It's unfair that dude's so damn talented. He's another damn JD.
Yeah, well, the best compliment I got on a guitar short that I did was somebody said I looked like Dave Suzuki's long lost brother.
Okay. Hey, we got royalty in the chat. Mike Abominator has made it. What's up,
Mike
Abominator?
Abominator fucking rules.
Hell yeah, he does.
I'm sorry, but I can't actually see the chat. So if I'm missing anything that anybody's like typing directly to me, I apologize.
Well, you know, it's your time, not their time. Oh, sorry, chat. I'm being a dick. But no, it's something that I think you need to see. Can you see the highlights?
If I lean forward.
Okay. Yeah. If you put your readers on.
I should put my glasses on, but I
got
see,
mine. I could do the show album and be cool, but I'll be pressing all the wrong buttons. I'll end it.
I did see some people, like I could scroll through it a little bit while the video is playing or the song is playing, and I saw people talking about the artwork. That's
yeah, explain that.
That's a 1700s engraving. That's where I got it from. And you're showing the guy standing to the left.
Okay, hold on.
He's showing how Hawaiians is loving. Because he's going to crush the skull that he's pointing at.
That's how I figure. He's like telling him, hit him right here.
Yeah. Human sacrifice.
Dang. Very, very brutal, dude.
And then on the inside cover, where I have the thanks list, liner notes, stuff like that, that picture is actually of like 5 or 6 generations back. The first Whitey in my family to be in Hawaii. Him and my like 5 or 6 generations back, great grandmother got married, and that was their ranch.
No shit. Wow. Trying to make it where they can kind of see it.
But yeah, it's their ranch in Kohala, Hawaii.
So that's an original picture. See,
Yeah.
I love how you actually, like, you know, you got some roots tied to this stuff. It's not just
Like
I found an encyclopedia and now I'm writing about it. Like, you know, there is some connection to it. That's awesome.
well, like on the second CD, Tales from the Land of Fire, that back cover was a picture of another great, etc. grandfather's land. So, you know, like I like to. I wish I would have done something that showed more family history on each CD, but sometimes you're not thinking about it when you're
Well, I mean,
slapping everything together.
here's the thing. You got more to go. So.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the tank is not empty. There's plenty more stories to tell. But I know I've told like 29 so far, but within those 29, there's also different perspectives. Like on the Conqueror King, the first CD.
I have that one.
That one is you know, the first 6 songs on there are all about, or 5 songs are from basically the birth of King Kamehameha till all the islands are unified under him.
And that's like a big deal, right? To get all the islands unified.
Oh yeah, on the third CD, The Glimpse into a Violent Past, I told the story of Kalaunui Ohua, who 400 years prior tried and failed. And then the song right after that one called Kukona, that guy kicked his ass, and that's why he was unable to unify the islands, because he got spanked like a bitch.
Spanked like a bitch. That's too bad for him. He didn't get he didn't get the job done.
And other people like mentioned on this album, in the King of Prophecy, which is a song about a chief named Kahekili. He was a psychopath, but he thought he was the one that all the kahunas were talking about. He thought he was the one that was supposed to unify the island, and you know he died, so he didn't get to finish the job. He only conquered like I think 3 of them, and then after he died, Kamehameha just like mopped the floor with the rest of the islands.
Well, Aaron says then the honkies came over and fucked shit up.
They did. They actually showed up and started fucking shit up.
Kind of what we do
In
to
the
the world.
1700s and late 1700s, like 1770s. I can't remember the damn year.
Uh
I wrote a fucking song about it, but I can't remember the damn year. But they killed Captain Cook on Valentine's Day.
huh. How's that for a romantic date?
Well, you know, we didn't know what Valentine's Day was as a wife.
Well, I'm sure it's a holiday somehow now, other than just
Yeah.
giving each other a box of chocolates. That's pretty rowdy, dude.
Chocolate covered macadamia nuts.
Dude, I'm trying to remember what I was watching the other day, and it was oh, and you told me this, and I never knew it till you fucking told me this, and everybody's gonna laugh, but I was watching WWE, and the Bloodline was on. And he gave his guys some reefs. I don't know if they signified, but he was giving them like a promotion, right?
Yeah.
And they did the forehead thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Paul fucking told me about that. That's like, a thing. And I was like, now I felt all like, yeah, I know what's going on, because you told me. But I was like, cool, man. That's you told me that, because you told me it would freak out the white man when they would do that, right?
Yeah, well, you got like a 6'5", 200+ pound Hawaiian dude walking up to you wearing ass floss and bolting with muscles in a 1788, and he touches you with a forehead to forehead, and you're like a 5'8" white dude, maybe 140 pounds.
Yikes!
Yeah, like for that series they did on Apple, the Chief of War.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's not the most historically accurate. There's some parts that are complete bullshit, but a lot of it is pretty accurate. I mean, they're a little loose with the timelines, but Jason Momoa actually fits the description of Tatiana, the main guy in that series, which I wrote a song about him on this album called Chief of War. Yeah, I stole the title. And Jason Momoa being about 6'5" and of Herculean proportions.
Yeah.
That's the way they were describing Tatiana when they were writing about him.
JD says 1788 ? Mozart was still alive, but
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you know what? Right now it's War 88 and it's still going. All right, just had to say that. I'm having too much fun over here. I love when fucking Paul's on the show. Yeah, so Shred says that show was awesome.
It was awesome. It was. The part where they at the beginning of the series they basically drug a shark with herbs and shit. Jason Momoa kind of like rides it a little bit. I mean, is pulled by the dorsal fin. Well, up through the 1800s, I think, into the early 20th century, Hawaiians still like rode sharks. Like literally, there's like pictures of a guy sitting on a tiger shark. And I don't know about you, but I'm not sitting on a fucking tiger shark.
Now, I mean, is that like some type of macho man thing to go out and ride the shark and show everybody you can ride it, or was that just like something normal? Like this is what we do,
It was kind of like that's what we do. They also have these. I can't think of the fucking real word for it, but they got these sleds they use, right? And I know you guys are like sleds in Hawaii. What the fuck? So it's kind of like these two poles that you slide down, that you use like a toboggan, and you go face first and you ride these sleds. They also showed a Chief of War where Kamehameha and Tatiana are in a competition in a race against each other. But you see a bunch of like brown dudes coming down the fucking mountain on these fucking sleds, face first, not feet first.
Not playing it safe. Yeah.
No, there's no safety at all. I think your coin purse is probably like half an inch to an inch above the ground. So at any moment you could be neutered. But yeah, they used to come down the mountains on that. And
Now,
then
okay,
we
I'm sorry.
brought
Keep going.
surfing to America, and riding a wave, that's some pretty macho shit.
Yeah, I would say so. Now, I do have a question for you. Are you familiar with the Brady Bunch?
I may have
You may be.
um
Did you ever
I
catch their Hawaii episode? You know where I'm going. So, have you ever been lost in a cave in Hawaii, but you used a bag of popcorn and threw down the pieces so you could find your way back out? Just follow the trail.
well, I didn't have popcorn. I had macadamia nuts.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
That makes more sense. And why would you be eating
yeah,
popcorn? But it worked. So you just followed the trail back out of the cave. And are
yeah,
there
yeah.
caves even in Hawaii? I don't even know. There's
No,
got to be. There's
there's a lot of
volcanoes,
food.
right?
Like in there's one active volcano or two active volcanoes, but only one's currently erupting, and that's the ones that you can see. There's an underwater one just east of the Big Island. But yeah, all those islands are made of volcanoes.
Remember a couple of
Um,
years back, that one got pretty rowdy, man.
oh, that would be the picture I used for Tales from the Land of Fire. Mauna Loa, the world's largest active volcano, erupted. I mean, it only erupted for like 10 days, and it was like 30 years late.
Uh huh.
It used to erupt once every 10 years.
Oh shit. So that was a
Yeah.
30-year buildup,
Oh yeah. I mean, and
kind
then
of like Frasier.
Kilauea,
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh.
Fraser, the
Where is
king.
that little monkey? I thought he'd be in the chat right now.
I figured he'd be like, talking shit about Lobos and better recognize.
Yeah,
But
probably that's probably what's really going on. Yeah. Anyway,
so
back to
the
your
song
story.
you played, but on the song you played, "A Promise to My Sons,"
Yes.
um, a Kahuna had to go seek out a shark god to get vengeance against the chief on Molokai. In order to do that, he had to go to the cave of the shark god, and he had to talk to some dragons, guardians before he could even get to the shark god. Told him that this chief was an asshole. He killed his sons for playing the sacred drums that only the chief can touch. So he killed little kids over that shit, and nobody would help out the Kahuna. They're all like, "Nope,
We're not fucking with that. Yeah. Yeah.
we ain't crossing that." So he went and got a shark god, and the shark god was actually saddened by the tale
That no
and
one would
wept.
help him.
Yeah, well, he wept because he's like, "Oh man, that's horrible. He killed your kids over fucking drums." So then he created a storm, washed the village out in the bay, and the shark god and all his other shark god homies, because there's multiple shark gods, they ate well. They ate well. They even named it Aikanaka Bay, which Aikanaka is Hawaiian for man-eaters.
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, one guy was an asshole, whole village
The whole
launched.
village paid the price. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like, old school, old world justice right there. Everyone's
Yeah.
fucking paying the price. I don't, tell them about the phallic fertility statues, Paul. Is that a thing, or is he being funny?
No, there actually is a phallic fertility stone, as well as a non-phallic one that is more of a receptacle on the island of Molokai. I mean, I don't really know the whole history on it, but yeah, they do have stones that represent male and female
And that
bonding
kind of
ability.
goes on in a lot of ancient cultures. You see the fertility symbolism and all that.
Yeah, I mean, they also had a forest that was like all made out of poison trees. I haven't written that song.
God, kind of sounds like a brutal place. It's not like the fun.
Nah, ancient Hawaii, people want to romanticize it, land of aloha. But not that it wasn't. But like for example, if a woman ate pork, you could just lay her down on that slab, just like on the album cover, and crush her skull with a club. because women were not allowed to eat the pork.
What?
They could eat
Why
certain
could
food.
they not eat the pork? What was the deal?
Because some guy said so.
Oh, that was just it. There wasn't like no reason, like
Some
primary
dudes,
reason.
like, many centuries before the Hawaiians even ended up in Hawaii, said it. Probably
Oh,
some
okay.
time in there. So
Just
we'll
some
blame the
fucking
Samoans.
some decree that was made, and that's that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't realize that the culture that ended up in Hawaii probably started in Samoa, Tahiti, and Tonga, 1,000 years prior or more. So, I mean,
I'm gonna go off a subject. Well, no, not really. I want to know, what do you think on how many tribal tattoos that people have gotten way, like 10, 20 years ago? How much of that is just gibberish now?
oh my God, like almost all of it. I think
I figured if I would hear Paul talk about it.
like when Kerry King went from Harry King to Prison King, about like 94, he started, he's
Yeah,
bald,
yeah,
started
yeah.
getting the shit going. And then he got the full tribal, by 98. And, everybody was going around getting all these weird
Anthrax got
squiggly.
them, and all,
Yeah,
yeah.
Scotty. I was like, what fucking tribe? Like, seriously, what fucking tribe are you, homeboy? The Maori, they used to tattoo the whole face. Some of them still do over in New Zealand. And Hawaiians, they would do, like the women would do the inside of the lip,
Uh huh.
sometimes in the tongue. And both men and women would do like the chin area. Sometimes like the Mike Tyson thing, a little bit on the face. And a lot of them, they told the story of your lineage. Whoever your family members told you was the god that or whatever thing protected your family, whether it's the octopus, the shark, the turtle, things like that.
Yeah.
And they all had like a meaning. Like the one that's like Jason Momoa, and a lot of guys have it just looks like triangles.
Uh huh.
Black and skin colored triangles. A lot that's like spear points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I mean, and
See,
some of
my
them
dumb
are
ass I just thought it looked like some type of pyramid gauntlet, but tattooed. See,
dude, when I
what
was
do I
10,
know?
the same thing, but nobody told me. And I mean, but then you got some goofy ass Nazi skinhead walking around. He's got all these weird squiggle tribal things, and it's like you listen to Sepultura, and now you got like a big weird black squiggly thing here and there, or like Goldberg on his shoulder.
You you're getting they're getting in sync with their roots, their bloody roots,
Yeah,
but they
and
don't have any bloody roots like that. What's up, Bob Kelly? I see you.
Bob Kelly fucking rules.
Yeah, Bob's a
Um,
supporter. He's a hardcore supporter. He supports
Bob.
everyone. I hail Bob Kelly.
Like I don't even know who's in the chat. I've seen Barry, Shreddy,
We got everybody popping up.
fucking
Yeah.
Spirit, Megan's probably in there.
Yeah, Zach,
Zach.
Boj.
Hey Zach, not a poser. That's right, buddy. Wear my own shit.
Okay. We got JD coming to Sepultura's defense, saying Sepultura was more about the rainforest tribes. The Aborigines have their sect of tribal tats too.
I'm not. I wasn't shitting on Sepultura. I was shitting on their white guy fans from like Kansas.
I got you. They're inspired.
Yeah, kids like they had the tribal S logo for a while, and I don't really remember the tribal thing being a thing until like I probably Chaos AD.
I don't
And
remember
then-
the tribal thing at all. What I remember their roots were was Hellhammer, Celtic Frost, Discharge, and all of a sudden, no, that's not it. It's our heritage music, and I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What? Your old albums didn't have nothing like that." So you got me confused there, Sepultura.
Yeah, I mean, like when I first heard them, it was Dead Embryonic Cells. That was the first video I knew of theirs on Headbangers Ball, and then when I went to go buy a Rise, they didn't have it in the tape store, so I got the Bastille Devastations, Morbid Visions. It was
So you
almost
make you lucked out and got the better choice by default. That is
yeah,
awesome. Hell
like
yeah.
I'm listening to Antichrist and you know,
Dun, 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 dun,
War,
dun.
Mayhem, and
Show me the road.
the original Troops of Doom, which that's still one of my favorite songs.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh yeah, and then
The death metal album.
yeah, that like if somebody like asked me what genre Sepultura was, and that was the only album I had, I'd be like, I don't know, dude. It's like black metal, death metal,
Black
both.
death metal, yeah, yeah.
That is both.
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
I used to do most of you know, but if you don't, I used to do the zine, Morbid Death, and we got in tape trading, we got tape copies of Bestial Devastation, right? So I wrote to Max to do an interview for my zine, and I still in my closet. He sent me an advanced tape of Morbid Visions back in the days.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like jamming the shit out of that all the time because it was awesome.
I love that fucking thing. When I got that, that was probably like early '91, and I'd already heard, you know, the Dia side and the Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that by then. But in Morbid Angel, you know, all those bands, and I think when I first heard that, that was like the most what I thought, you know, as a 14, 15 year old, that was the most evil shit ever.
But I mean, it's up there. It's good. It sounds evil,
But I mean,
and
when you're 14, 15, that's fucking that's
yeah, all
dark.
that reverb and Antichrist and
Hmm.
all that, and it sounds great. And I think Igor's drumming has kind of it has some specialness to it because it's so, you know, obviously he's not that great of a drummer yet when he did those albums, but it's the heart of it. Just, you know, he's going
Yeah,
for it.
like I've always thought, like when I jam with people that were, you know, throughout the years, some of them were phenomenal musicians. You know, some of them smoked me on guitar. I didn't care. I wasn't too prideful. You know, I was like, "Ooh, teach me." You know, but sometimes the enthusiasm of the player, in my opinion, overshadows the skill.
Yes.
Because like just because you can play like Yngwie Malmsteen, which I can't shit on Yngwie's technique in any way, shape, or form, but the guy has never played anything I want to fucking listen to. Same with Michelangelo Badia, you know. Those are guys that people like shove down your throat when you're a kid getting a guitar. But it's like, okay, you're good, but why don't you play something cool like that fucking Morbid Visions? You know,
Yeah.
because that sounds like enthusiastic people, you know. And if
Yeah.
you can't
I
hear the
find.
enthusiasm in the music, it's like, what's the fucking point? You know, I didn't come here to listen to a fucking guitar lesson. I came here to listen to some fucking fury.
I jammed with people like that. Some, you know, who are really good players, but they can't write a riff.
Nah.
Like they can solo their assholes out, but they can't write like a kick-ass catchy riff.
Yeah, you know,
And they can play your riff really good, but then when it comes to like, all right, you know, like what do you got, you know, riff-wise for a song? There's no riff.
like that's one thing.
Exactly, but where's the riff?
You know, that's like one thing that I learned over the years jamming with different guitar players and bass players is like if I would write the song, the bass player would look at me and go, "Well, what's the bass line?" 97% of the time, I look at him and go, "I don't fucking know. You're the bassist."
That's your job, really. I mean,
You
I'm supposed to map
know,
that out too.
I'm like, you know, lay down some Geezer Butler shit for all I care. You know, lay down some fucking or just be Tom Araya. I don't care. Your job is to play the bass. I'm not
Spirit
writing your bass line for you.
Spirit says, I'd rather write a killer riff than be able to shred. I have
Yeah.
neither problem. I'm just that good. No, I am not. But I can bullshit my way through a guitar solo. Ask
Yeah,
JD.
I'm getting better at that.
But the
I'm
actually,
good.
I mean, but you know, like for me, dude, I I I stick to my what do they call wheelhouse? You know,
Sure.
I I I I do Slayer, fucking Hell Will Wait, Rain and Blood, you know, type of shit when it comes to like doing leads, and that's my wheelhouse. I'm not gonna try to play something that's really notey and like arpeggios throughout it, or really fancy licks. If you stick to your wheelhouse, that's where it comes, man.
If,
All right.
like in my opinion on guitar solos, like I mean, sure, like Dave Suzuki's a good example. Yeah, that guy can do shit that is like, what in the fuck? And it sounds great. But sometimes it needs Hanneman King.
Yes.
Sometimes it
Certain
needs
chaotic aggression can't have those really good guitar solos. I mean, it can, but
yeah,
yeah,
like
Hanneman King sounds better over it. It just works in the realm of chaos.
now like what for non-chaotic guitar solos, my favorite ones, and there's two of them, but they're in the same song. Um was Creator When the Sun Burns Red. There's a section of the song where the guitar solo comes out and it starts off, of course, with the bend and the weedly weedly. But there's like a really musical element to it and it fits the riff perfectly. You know, it's like not
Hmm.
overly flashy.
Well, that's always good
Um,
when it fits the riff.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like it when it gets it's all, and there's like a small little section where it almost sounds like that would be a vocal line.
which is actually kind of cool that they made the
Where
guitar do that.
it almost sounds like, maybe Miller would be like fucking screaming that cadence that the guitar solo hit just for a moment. But
Okay.
no,
Well,
like I like it when it just fits the song. Like a Slayer song, you don't play a bluesy style Kirk Hammett riff or lead.
lead.
You don't play Ingve. You don't play George Lynch.
Yeah.
No,
What?
you fucking hit that whammy bar. You do a dive, some hammer on, couple
Do some
bends, maybe some wah. Get the fuck
wah
out.
wah, delay, reverb, all that.
Yeah, you hit a
JD,
wrong note, you're good.
maybe some people don't know, but JD has a question. Paul, is there a recording of the band you were in before Kai? Did you ever do any
Um,
recording?
there's two tracks on my channel of an actual studio recording with a live drummer. Um, I can't remember if I put it down under Shallow Ground
Uh huh.
or like songs from previous bands. I can't remember the name of the playlist, but they weren't a death metal band, but they were just kind of heavy, And there's a song called Heaven's Gate Denied, and then Battle for the Throne, which I wrote both of those, all the guitars.
I bet those
They
were heavy.
yeah, I let them handle the lyrics. The bass player was like, what do I play? I'm like, I don't know any fucking basses. And on both of those, I ended up recording all the guitars. I wish I had the whole CD. Because we
They want
recorded.
to. That Goat Metal Show, our boy Barry wants to know, Paul, why you leave Deicide? What happened with Deicide?
Well, I needed a certain amount of spam. There was a certain amount of spam that they're supposed to provide me in the rider every
Yeah.
day. Every day. Preferably in the form of spam musubi.
Hmm.
But if they didn't, I just couldn't take it anymore. They weren't holding up their end.
Well, there you go. Now you know, Barry. There was not a. They didn't give the man his spam.
Yeah. Well, Barry thinks the bald guy that was in Deicide for a little while on guitar, he thinks he and I have a resemblance. Even though that guy's like, I think 100 fucking pounds lighter than me.
You're the man version of them. All right. Hey, look, Miss A showed up. She says I like bacon spam and spicy spam.
Those are good spams.
Yep. I like the Spice Girls, but anyway. Now what?
Oh,
Hey, that Spice World was actually a fun movie. It's so bad, it's great. Um, hey, what's up, fucking Lee? How you doing, buddy?
Got it on Blu-ray.
Now let's talk about before we go off in any more nonsense. Let's talk about some serious stuff. I see you have a shirt, a cut-eye shirt, and I'm gonna put you solo so everyone can see it.
Oh yeah.
Now, what's going on with that? When did you get shirts?
This is the full cover version with the full image of the album cover,
Uh huh.
and these are all available now. On
Where
the
are they
back,
available? Are they on your Bandcamp?
they are all shirts are on my Bandcamp.
Now,
Mm.
in the description
back.
of the video, I put a link to Paul's Bandcamp. You guys go buy something. Who's watching live? Who ends up watching on the? And what's up, Replay Crew? They say I don't say hi to the Replay Crew enough because I don't know. But I'm saying it now. Hi, go
I
check
can't
out.
see who's in your chat, so hi, Replay Crew.
Yeah, Replay Crew. You got to get over to the Kai Bandcamp. It's pretty easy to find, right? Just Google Kai Bandcamp and it'll pop up.
Yeah, it's kai1.bandcamp.com, but yeah, it's pretty easy to find.
And
I did that because they told me I needed an extra character.
hey, I got Hod one, Pius Levis one too. So I
And,
understand
like,
it totally.
I also know, not everybody buys physical media, which I have mixed feelings on it. But
I think
if
if
you
you really
do-
like something, you should buy the physical
Yeah.
copy. But that's just me.
But like on Bandcamp, if you buy the CD, you get the digital download, which I think that's cool. But like with Kai, if you buy the shirt for
Uh-huh.
the CD, you get the digital. Like if you buy a Where Ancient Gods Reign shirt, you get the digital download.
That's
same
pretty
with-
awesome.
Like so, if you get a glimpse into a Violent Past, you get the digital download for all the tracks. But if you just buy the Cannibal Dogman shirt, which looks like that motherfucker back there on the wall, there's no more of those left. That was made by Fomorian Productions. Shout out
Sold
Lee.
out, huh?
Yeah, they sold them out. Shout out Lee, the Bring, and I was ready. But yeah, those sold out pretty quick, my understanding. But yeah, so it looks like that on the front, and then on the back of that shirt it says, his spirit's been murdering for centuries because he's an asshole. But yeah, that's what he does. Like if you bought like that T-shirt, then you just
Okay.
get that song. But yeah, for the most part,
That's a kind of a pretty cool deal. You buy the new shirt and you get the jams with it too.
yeah. But if you buy the long sleeve and the short sleeve and the hoodie, sorry, it's still just the same chance.
What else can you give them after that? A damn CD.
But it's like, I prefer that you buy the CD and the shirt or whatever. But
And
that's
this came out pretty fast, dude. I think I ordered it last Thursday or Friday, and it got here yesterday.
no, I think you put your order through Sunday night or Monday morning of last week.
What? It's been that long. It seems like I did it sooner than that, but yeah. What? Oh, Comos wants to know who put it out. Who? Does it matter?
I did
So it's a self-financed
Yeah.
release.
self-released.
So with are you gonna go ahead and get that new F-150 with all your sales of the merch and CDs you've been doing?
The only F-150 I could probably afford with my current job and my actual realistic sales probably says Matchbox or Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
I'm in death metal. I don't play. I'm not in a rap group.
Isn't it funny when people think they you actually make money off of this stuff?
It's like when I first started doing Kai, I didn't even know I was gonna do it. I was just some guy didn't believe I played guitar that I worked with, and told me to put a video up on YouTube of me playing guitar.
So it was a damn challenge that inspired this.
So I did, and then I'm like, well, I'm not in a band. I'm not playing in front of anybody. So I guess maybe this is it for me, right?
Uh-huh.
Make some stupid guitar videos. I did a few more, and then I was like, I bet, I got this Boss BR 900 with my drummer, who's the nephew of a drummer and mortician. That's right. My
That's
drummer's
right.
uncle, mortician. Oh,
Yeah.
just anyhow. So I think I remembered how to use this thing because I didn't. I used it to like record a demo or song, take the band practice, and then let them all hear it. Because I can burn it onto a CD. They can listen to it and go like, "Yeah, oh, well, I'd take that part of it," or maybe try it. So I could take songs in that I wrote at home. So I had it, but I'm like, I bet I could write a whole fucking song. And then I was like, but what am I gonna fucking write about? Like Satan, war, gore, death. There's so many other guys doing it, and I'm not gonna do it as well. And I'm not a Viking, so I'm not doing Viking death metal. I'm not gonna do like, Anunnaki death metal. I'm Hawaiian, and I can't find Hawaiian death metal. Fuck it, I'm gonna try it. So that's how it happened. The origin story.
I mean, that's pretty cool because who would have thought some dude at work just challenging you to, oh, you don't play guitar, make a video, and you did. And how many releases later, how many songs later have you
Yeah.
doing it?
And like I'm having fun with it, and I wasn't delusional enough to think that it was gonna pay all my bills,
No.
put food on my table. Especially being a one-man project, not playing live.
I mean, it actually might do you better because you don't got to pay anybody else.
Exactly.
It's all on you, the profits.
Yeah, and like the one upside to doing it all by yourself is if you fuck it up, you got to look in the mirror and yell at yourself or whatever. I mean,
There's no scapegoats, right? Yeah, it's
yeah,
all.
you can't
Yeah.
blame anybody else. Like, my limited label experience, like it made some things a little easier. It didn't make anything harder, but it made some things a little easier. Like they would put it out, they would put information out in areas that maybe I didn't think about. And they had an actual website, which I do not. So, I mean, there were some benefits but like if somebody else has any type of hand in what you're doing, you might think, why are they doing it that way? Because it's, you don't have full control.
Hey, look at this.
So, if you got full control, then it's like, oh, it's all my own fault.
Did you see it popped up on my computer over here? The other one?
What's that?
Oh, I can't see it.
I'm fucking blind.
It looks like the Hawaiian beach over here.
Oh, nice.
It's sentient. Everything's sentient nowadays, yeah. I was like, hey, what the hell?
But, they did make, it made a lot of things a little bit easier, like,
It's
oh,
coconut
hey,
trees.
we're showing this. Cool. So it did help on the last.
Zach wants to know: did you train in Hawaiian Kempo karate, Polly?
Hawaiian Kempo Karate, I don't know if you got that confused with Kapu Kuialoa, which I did learn over 9 summers, so it translates to like 2 years and 3 months. I learned a little bit about the ancient Hawaiian art of killing by bone breaking.
Jeez.
To be realistic though, if I tried some of that shit, even in my prime, because I didn't train it properly all the time, where you just like, oh, this guy's coming at me. Oh, bam, your rib cage is shattered.
Okay.
I probably, like, especially at 50, since I don't train at all, I know enough to get beat up really badly if I try to rely on it.
So it's just better just to go back in the good old bar slugging it out at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some of it, like, it's the dirtiest fighting you can learn, too. Like, for the hands part. Like, when a guy's coming at you, like, my favorite thing about it was instead of taking the punch, just move out of the way. And then one of the guys, like, throwing his punch and he's, like, leaning forward, you moved out of the way completely. He's already out balanced with shovel. Or take your thumb, stick it in his eye, rip his dick off, and slap him in the face with it. That's what they teach you.
Virgin Taker, speaking of, he says, can you do the Yamagi thumb spike?
The Umaga thumb spike.
Yamaga, I'm sorry.
Why
Yes.
you asking me to do Samoan shit?
Oh,
I'm Hawaiian.
now
Damn.
let's get into that because most people think Hawaii is Samoa.
If you go back far enough, you could say the Native Americans are Alaskan natives. You can say the Mexicans are Native Americans. South Americans are, what I'm saying, like the indigenous peoples.
Uh-huh.
So if you go back far enough, Samoan, Tongan, Tahiti, Maori, Hawaii, even like Palau, Vanuatu, the smaller islands, we're all basically from the same origin point. And, several hundred years ago to 1,000 years ago, some guys made it up in Hawaii and they were no longer, practicing the same as the Samoan or the Tahitian. Like they say they came from Kahiki when they traveled north. And then there's another migration like 300-400 years later. So, I mean, the difference is kind of like Iroquois and Nez Perce. Or Guatemalan and Honduran. You don't go up to a Costa Rican and say, "Hey, are you Nicaraguan?" You might get your ass beat.
Yeah, a lot of people are kind of ignorant. Like they just think, South America is one big happy place where they all get along with each other because they're, Latin America. Yeah. It's like, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like if you go up to a Navajo and you start talking about how the guy's probably Lakota, the Navajo guy and the Lakota guy that might over here might get they might not appreciate that. And but I learned to roll with the jokes or the ignorance or lack of education, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
After 40 years living on the mainland and finding out I was a Mexican, I've learned how to roll with it quite well.
Hey, Meg says you don't ask a Sicilian if they're Italian either; they'll tear you apart.
Yeah, like sometimes when I say I'm part Italian, I can hear my great grandpa Vito rolling over in his fucking grave because he's Sicilian.
I never thought of that, but yeah.
Yeah, but so it's kind of like that. But I've learned to develop a sense of humor over mistakes made because when I was younger, it's like, fuck you. I'm not Samoan. I'm fucking Hawaiian. And then as I got older, I'm like, they don't know because nobody taught them.
Yeah. Ignorance is a thing, Can you really get mad if people don't know better about things? Someone has to tell them first. Then it's their choice if they want to correct themselves or not, then that's on them.
And then all us Polynesian guys, we have a joke about how you live in Hawaii or Samoa, wherever you're from, and you come to the mainland and you find out you're a Mexican. Because, Mexican guys and white guys come on talking, thinking, maybe you speak Spanish. And I know enough Spanish to get beat up and order effectively out the menu.
I'm sorry, but this is making me laugh. I'm going to read it out to you. This from JD. Mexican grandparents be like Chinito for all Asian peeps. Chinito.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
and don't tell anybody, but my wife still says that. Dude, I'm like, babe, shut the hell up, man. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I found out I was Western Mexican from a friend of mine at work at my when I was still doing construction mechanic. This Mexican fellow, he was like...
You found out? Nah, I'm so stupid. Now I know why you're saying that. Because,
But
You came to Nebraska and found out you were Mexican. Duh. Now it dawned on me. Okay.
So he's like talking to me. He goes, "Hey man, so like, were you born in Hawaii?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, so you're like wetter than my grandparents and me." And I was like, "Probably." And he goes, "You're
Yeah.
Western Mexican, Holmes."
The ultimate Western Mexican.
Yeah, and then like several of the other guys that I worked with would come up going, "Hey man, we found out you're Western Mexican, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, yes, I have been christened the Western Mexican." And like Hawaiian comedians have told this joke forever, where they're like, "Yeah, my first time eating at a restaurant in California, and I said mahalo, and the waiter, it was a Mexican restaurant. He thought I said mahalo, and I'm like, no, man, I said thank you in Hawaiian." And,
It's all, hey, bro, slow it down a little. I don't know you like that.
this one Tongan and Samoan mixed guy, also a comedian, he was talking about one day a Hispanic gentleman walked up to him and was like talking to him, and he's like, "My friend, you need to learn your language, your ancestors."
Is that so?
I'm thinking the guy's, he's like, he's talking to me and he's speaking Spanish. I'm like, "I don't know Spanish, man." He's like, "You need to learn the language of your grandparents, your parents."
Okay.
And he goes, so I'm thinking about it like, well, I guess I better show him, the language of my ancestors. He goes, "That motherfucker was so pissed off when I did the fire knife dance, cut his arm off, cooked it, and started eating it in front of him." I was like, "Oh, man." Yeah, the Polynesians, though, as a whole, like, as far as, like, brutality for, like, fighting and shit, and taunting each other before and after, combat, the Maori people of New Zealand, I think, hold the fucking trophy for most fucked up. I mean, Fiji's pretty fucked up because they were straight up cannibals in a lot of the areas.
Okay.
No bullshit on that. But in Maori culture, on New Zealand in the old days, they would sometimes practice cannibalism, but it was to be an asshole. It wasn't because they're like, I think I need some human chops today. It wasn't for that. They were like, they would, after you guys did your little battle, they would take a slain warrior or chief. They would cook them up, much like you would pork chops or fish. And then they would eat him in front of their skull. So they'd be sitting there staring at your skull while they're eating your fucking thigh. And, just sitting there, taste, And then they would shit you out in front of your skull.
That's wonderful.
That's brutal. If that's not metal.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking metal. You can't get much more metal than
we used to
shitting out your enemy in front of the skull of him.
Yeah,
or whatever. Yeah.
After you ate him in front of the skull.
Did they ever just keep a couple other ones around just to see the humiliation ritual?
Oh man, I don't know, but I read that and I was like, holy fuck, that's the most brutal thing I've ever heard.
Now, I heard like drinking from the the skull of your enemy and things like that.
No.
But no,
I killed you, I ate you,
then
I shit you out in front
of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, us Hawaiians, we'd like take your fingers and your skull and keep it so we have more mana so we can be stronger. But yeah, we ain't got shit on the Maori on that.
Spam is people.
No.
JD's talking about Southside San Antonio. Well, that was my first. I grew up on the South Side, not the deep South Side, Valley High. They called us the North Side of the South Side back then. Times have changed now. Valley High is not the north side of the south side anymore. But I can still claim it, JD. But it was the north side of the south side back then. I hate you, then I eat you. Yeah, I always heard, eating your enemy to gain their strength and wisdom and shit like that. But
No, we just kept your bones. I mean,
yeah, I didn't. I never heard it in the sense of as like a humiliation ritual. But that's
no,
or
no, the
just
Hawaiians,
pettiness out of pettiness.
no, no, the Hawaiians, when they did human sacrifice, it might look like they're cooking up the meat for a meal, but they were not, because they thought, according to Hawaiian historians, because cannibalism was deplorable, even though there were some cannibals, just a few, but so they would cook the meat so that way they could get it off of the bone. And then some people, like that guy Kahekili I mentioned earlier, he'd built a house out of them, out of bones and skulls, because it's a nice warm climate. The air.
JG says San Antonio's south side looks like the RGV. It was basically, isn't it just one big connection at this point? South San Antonio, Floresville, Corpus Christi, then you finally get into the RGV. It should just be one big thing. And if you're from San Antonio area, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody else is like, what the fuck is he rambling? But yeah, JD knows. Dun, dun, dun. James knows. Is there a certain other song you want me to play while we got you on here and we're trying to?
Oh. I mean, I'm still at the point where, even though I've listened to the shit out of them, to figure out track order and all that, but I still kind of like most of them equally. But either the song "Chief of War," which the interesting backstory on that is, according to genealogy, Katiana's like 7 great grandfathers back about him. Or there's the Night of the Falling Sands, where people all die from a volcanic eruption and inhaling the gases.
Wow, brutal.
Or I mean, any one of them would be good.
We'll do Chief of War because I actually have that one ready to go. So
yeah,
let's get that rolling. Hurricane! right, we are back with the man himself, Paul from Cut Eye. That was another killer track, and your melodies rule, dude,
Thank you.
as usual.
Like,
And Shredbeard is like, he's jonesing, bro, for this Rotting Corpse cover. I mean, not Rotting Corpse, Rotting Christ cover.
oh, is he?
Yeah, he just said $10 to hear it. Do you want to hear it, or do you want to make him wait?
Yeah, make him wait a little bit.
Yeah, make the Shred wait. Sorry, Shred, but we'll play it. Jeremy says fast cut eye rules. Yeah, that's more up tempo for sure.
Yeah, like this CD has some of the probably like 3 or 4 of the fastest songs I've written under the name Kai. Because I like to stay in that mid tempo range, 160 BPM and below, because I want it to. I like to have the melodies, but I want that riff when it's there to be heavy enough that while you're humming the melody, you're beating the shit out of somebody.
Yes, you still need that little edge and brutality in there as well.
Yeah, like there's still bands that do melodic stuff that have the heavy riffing, so that way it's still heavy and shit. But there's so many of them where it's like, oh, it's just melody. Let's make the melody pretty, but not have any intensity behind it. And that's because. Sorry.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Do they not realize
If you guys are tired, took a moment.
we got a rock star on over here? Don't they realize, this is a big deal. You got 26 people watching.
Hell yeah.
They need to get it together and stop interrupting the
That's
big kahuna.
people in England watching.
The big kahuna's going to lay down the Hawaiian blood law.
With the Leomano.
Yeah. Paul's going to be doing the dishes now because I got him in trouble.
Yeah.
Pretty melodies have no place in extreme metal.
What's that?
Bode said pretty melodies have no place in extreme metal.
Oh. Tell that to Emperor and Dissection.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't really tell John, though, because unless you can communicate with the other side. But yeah, tell those guys. Fuck, there's probably a long list, huh? Tell Rotting Christ in the old days. Yeah, it's got a place.
okay, Bo says, I will when I see him.
Cool.
Yeah.
When you see him, tell him I said sup.
Yeah. Tell him, hey, want to come jam with me when I'm dead? We'll make some jams.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
Woo.
Cause like that section did have some really pretty melody.
Some black metal for sure. It gets into I'm guilty of enjoying it, but I also like when it transforms from that to this total rage and hate. Like you can get the whole spectrum of emotions and in music. That to me that shows like that's a well-rounded person that can make something go from really like kind of melodic and I want to say pretty to like just total rage and hate.
Oh yeah, the melody is the part that you can hum. Most of the time. But like sometimes if the drums are right and if you do have a rhythm riff underneath the melody, which not it's not always there. But if the drums are right and the vocals are right, that's the difference between wanting to commit acts of church burnings in 1990s Norway or planting a flower garden.
Oh my gosh, no.
What?
Okay, we're gonna jam Shred's jam.
Okay.
So Paul can go and get everybody in headlocks and be like, hey, this is my big show. I
I
got
won't
27 and a half people watching now. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I won't win that fight. There's two reasons I picked the Rotting Christ song for a cover.
Okay, let's
Mountain
hear that
Storm.
first.
So because it's a song about seafaring and you know Polynesians seafaring. So the subject matter translated quite well, and storms at sea, people dying, and also it's just one of my favorite fucking songs I ever heard.
There
Like
you
the
go.
guitar riff on that they wrote for that song is catchier than probably any communicable disease that has been discovered in the last 150 years.
Hey, did you know that Houston, Texas,
Yeah.
has the most
Oh, how's
sexually
It's testing
transmitted
that.
diseases in the state?
Really?
Yeah, they.
I think Omaha, Nebraska has the most in the nation.
You might want to check Houston. They don't believe in rubbers, apparently. They like
Maybe
that.
they're sister cities.
Maybe so. Houston is filthy. Filthy, filthy place.
Well,
Sorry, all my
Red's
Houston friends.
from there, right?
Fraser's from there.
Two reasons right there.
Boj says, that a boy, Houston. All right, let's get into this jam. This is for you, Shred Bear, Among Two Storms. Rotting Christ. Dude, I want to tell you, man, that vocal performance on that one is fan-fucking-tastic.
Thank you.
You are like getting it from the gut, you know, like the power, and then you know when you hit those not like high notes, but you go higher, obviously, to do the cover justice. That's a
Yeah.
really fucking kick-ass cover, dude.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, I
No,
love
no.
that song. I didn't want to. I wanted to show how much I liked it by playing it. I mean, it's pretty true to the original, but you know, I changed it a little bit here and there. I didn't use a tremolo effect on my guitar where they did, and I only played like half the guitar solo, true to the guitar solo, but and you know the tuning's different, and I tried to play it like I would, you know, play naturally.
Yeah, you put
but-
your spin on it and make it.
Yeah, but that riff is that main riff during the verses at the beginning is so catchy. Like I've been listening to that song since I think '97. I think is when it came out.
Uh huh.
And, you know, it's just one of those songs. Like it's all you know. You're just sitting there and you're like playing a riff, and you're like, oh fuck, am I playing Among Two Storms? I'm not doing it right. But yeah, I just want to make sure, you know, like show like kind of where some of my guitar style came from, and I thought that was a good choice for that.
Okay.
You know, and the hardest part on that song is not the playing, it's not the actual vocals, it's the taking the English language. Where a Greek man may or may not have had a good command of the English language in 1997. I don't know how good he was at English, but his word choices almost seem like if a non-Spanish or non-French speaker just used a dictionary to translate. Because you know he's sitting
It's
there
quite possible with a lot of the European stuff, you know.
Yeah, 'cause
Obviously, this isn't their first language in those countries, so quite
I'm
possible.
I'm not saying that it's a bad word choice, but like in the chorus line on that song, I don't know how many people would have thought to say "threaten the mankind." You know?
Yeah, that's just probably the broken English coming through.
Yeah. So that made it a little. That was like the hardest part, but playing it, it was like it was so fun to just say "fuck it," I'm hitting record and playing it.
So, do you guys got like some type of Hawaiian beatdown ritual going on in the background? Like, is someone getting like put through it right now? Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. All right. Justin has a question about recording. He
Okay.
wants to know: do you record in a closet or something else, like something like that? How you do your vocals? How you record?
The correct answer would be yes, but that would be a lie. Since like my amp and where I'm sitting right now is part of my dining room.
Uh-huh.
I don't use any pop filter. I scream straight. I'm holding the fucking microphone in my hand, and I am just giving her hell. And my neighbors are calling animal control.
Do you scare the neighbors? Because you don't hold back when you do the vocals. They're
I don't
powerful.
hold back at all. But that's about the only part they actually hear the recording process is a cappella death metal vocals.
James wants to know, or said you did a thing with your son's guitar. What's that like? Your son being a metal guitar player.
It's actually really awesome. But he's way more well-rounded than I am as a player.
Well, shit.
Like he's been playing since like 2.5 years. So he was like 11 and a half when he started playing. That's when he got his first guitar. and I let him play on the War Beast before he got his first guitar for like a couple months. But I think like the fact that he can sit there and just be dicking around and ripping Master of Puppets. I mean, he actually loves this song. So he's not just playing it because, you're supposed to.
I do not have it, Mother. I'm going to email my teacher if I can get it when they're dead.
It's him in the background. But yeah, he can play Master of Puppets, and I saw him do it without even blinking. He goes from that right into the Bohemian Rhapsody guitar solo.
Yeah, well, that's pretty awesome because Master of Puppets, that's a licorious song, dude. There's a lot of down picking and notes like crazy in that, man.
And if I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say I think he can play all the guitar solos in that song as well as the actual riffs. And like one of the first things I taught him was probably a Black Sabbath riff, Mother from Danzig, and Black Magic because he wanted to learn a Slayer riff.
No, that's the one to start with.
Yeah, and he like it's like he was meant to play, I guess. And so it's like really, I mean, he's got the only 7-string guitar in the house, the only flying V. And then he's also got the only, I guess you call it super strat style with this Black Ibanez. But yeah, I mean, it's really awesome that, we have that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool that you can.
But I don't pressure him on what to learn. I don't tell him like, you need to do this. I tell him maybe learn a scale or two, or suggest like working on chords and stuff that I never really paid no mind to, because I'm not saying I didn't learn any techniques because that's bullshit. But like I still try to play guitar and write songs in the way of like what sounds cool.
Well, remember when you had that conversation, and I think I do the same thing with Pius Levis. We try to write things that we thought would sound cool, like when we were 14 or 15. Yeah,
because we're old men now, and if you're trying to impress us, you better do something fucking phenomenal that's probably gonna suck to a 15-year-old's ear. And like I want to write just like you, in a way that's like, what was it that made me hear this and go, fuck yeah.
Since he wants to write just like,
like I want that fuck yeah factor to hit my ears that when like I was listening to like Death for the first time or Slayer.
Yeah.
Like when you first hear At Dawn They Sleep, you're not sitting there going, hey man, I wonder what kind of pickups those guys are using in their guitar.
No, you're not. You're like, that fucking rips, man.
What scale pattern are they using?
What's his tone settings for that? What? Yeah, we weren't thinking. Yeah, we were just like, it rips, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so like that's
when the fucking headbang and fucking jam out.
So that's like when I write a riff, I'm not like, did I do that in the key of D sharp minor? Fuck, I don't care. Did I do that in the key of, yeah, that's fucking awesome. It's
fuck yeah, it shocked me. Some Ace.
Like.
Speaking of Slayer, Paul, you know what I did earlier today?
What's that?
I was getting my Bill Miller. Praise of Death was on, right? We're on on the car stereo, and the part where right before the double beats and the kick comes in and doing all the feedback.
Oh yeah.
Right before Lombardo does that pounding drum beat, the guy was handed me the bag, and I was like, I had to hear that. I was like, that's okay, I'll take it now. And he laughed. I was like, dude, that part just rules. To this day, I just love it. I can't be interrupted when that part's getting ready to start up again because this is so fucking good.
If that song should end all arguments, in my opinion. Praise of Death should end all arguments about who started death metal.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't know if you've ever
I
heard
always
that.
said Slayer are the godfathers of death metal. I mean,
Oh, yeah, right.
I know Death and Possessed and whatever else took it further, but Slayer fucking lit the fire to get that shit rolling.
Well,
That's just not thrash, okay? That's a little
uh,
more than just thrash. Come on.
like Sinister does a bitchin' cover of Praise for Death. And I think the only thing they did different was actually tune. I think it was the D standard at the time.
And Slayer's what? Drop E?
They were E flat
Yeah.
and on Hell Awaits. And the only difference is when Sinister did it, other than being a D standard, they had a guy ground. They
I don't
didn't
know.
change the tempo. They didn't change shit.
They sound good. I never heard it.
Yeah, it's like, like Slayer covers go one of three ways. What the fuck were you thinking? I'd rather just listen to Slayer, or wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, because like there's so many times it's like, yeah, we're doing Slayer, and it's like, no.
Good luck. I mean, I've seen some bands pull them off good, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, but to really get the spirit of Slayer, the spirit, like we were talking about that
Yeah,
factor, that this can't be put together in technicality or whatever. That's Slayer. They were just
yeah, it's like they were just sitting there when they were writing those songs, going, yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's lost a lot in modern music. I'm not saying I'm the best at that, but I mean, I'm just saying I think that's what's missing in a lot of modern music is the dude, that's cool.
When I started Pod, I said I am not changing the formula. If Slayer tuned to E flat, I'm fucking tuning to E flat. And that's what I did, and I've done that ever since.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, if it's good enough for Slayer, god damn, it's good enough for me. And I know shit can sound heavier when you go down to
Yeah, but
D
sometimes
or C or whatever. But Slayer, if you can make your shit fucking sound really fucking heavy in E flat, or hell, even E if you really want to be a show off, but in E flat, that's pretty awesome. That's my thing.
shit. I think the first Cannibal Corpse album's in E flat.
That makes sense.
And I don't know if Tune
Because
the
I
Mutilator was
started.
also in E flat. I could be wrong on that, but
Yeah.
they didn't start tuning super low till later on. They're already like 4 albums, 5 albums deep, and they started going low. But
yeah, and it didn't sound as good to me.
but like even the first Cannibal Corpse album in E flat, it sounded heavy in a way I'd never heard heavy.
What is speaking of we talk about dissection, aren't they in E flat or are they standard?
I think they're standard. I know on their third album that people say if you listen to it, you're a poser. I don't give a fuck because that's catchy shit.
Yeah.
If you listen, if it had a different band name, people would probably be like, yeah, this kind of kicks ass.
Yeah, it's probably true. It just
'Cause,
doesn't
I mean,
sound like Storm of the Lightbane.
Yeah, but the guy also didn't put out all those albums in between the two. He was kind of busy.
Kind of like being in jail,
Yeah, prison kind of takes up some free time.
Scott Sarah showed up. What's up, Scott?
Scott rules.
JD says Deicide was E flat. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And hell, How Heavy Slowly We Rot, and that's E standard.
There you go. That's a
So,
mic drop right there. Boom.
It's not how, in my opinion, it's not how you tune. Just the first two Kai CDs I think are heavy as fuck, and they're in D standard. The third one I think I went between D, C sharp, and B. I think I used 3 different tunings on that.
Oh wow.
I don't
Fancy
know
pants.
why.
Hold on,
But- Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And then on this one, I'm in C standard.
I'm literally about
because
done.
that's what I was tuned to when I wrote "A Promise to My Sons," the first song I wrote for this CD,
Uh-huh.
and that's what I was tuned to when I was writing it. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go with C standard. That's how much thought I put into what I'm tuned to that day for writing. You know, I think if it's a good riff, it'll work no matter what tune. But yeah, I was in C standard, and I'm like, all right, why not? And then I recorded it, and I was like, think I'm gonna do another one C standard. Then song number 3, I'm like, yeah, still in C standard. I guess I'm gonna write a couple more, call it a day.
I believe when Thornspawn was in D, I think we tuned to D. I know Wrath the War was tuned to D. And I can't remember if Blood of the Holy was. It might have been D. I think it was D. But I know Wrath of War was D. And you can hear it on recording. It's low, you know. And that's when I said, "Well, I'm going to be like Slayer now." You know, well, hell awaits here, Slayer. I don't know if I was, but that was the intent. You know, if it was good enough for Slayer, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, I believe the first Slayer recording in E flat was "Haunting the Chapel," and then they rocked that all the way to "Divine Intervention." And then,
So the first album's in standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Show No Mercy" was in standard, and I only learned that because I used to have we didn't have the internet, but if you were lucky, the guitar store down the street or the next town over where I had to go, they would order in the guitar tab books for you. Like
I remember those before the days of the internet.
Yeah, and sometimes they were wrong.
Of course.
Sometimes the tab book was wrong. Yeah. But if I paid like half down, which I think the tab books back then were like $8 to $12, I think. It might have been 15. I don't remember because it's like 36 years ago when I'm buying them. But I was able to order "Show No Mercy," "Hell Awaits," and "Rain and Blood." And then I moved to Lincoln. You know, that's when I was in Washington. I moved to Lincoln, and I walked in. They just had "South of Heaven" and "Seasons in the Abyss" right there in the music store. So I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I wish I still had those. But
yeah, dude, those are a thing of the past, but they ruled. I remember seeing those in all the music store. The Number of the Beast tab book, you know, Dio Holy Diver tab book. Yep.
Sometimes I wish I would have learned more of that. Just so that way I could add.
Well, you're gonna laugh at this. I used to take lessons from Ron Jarzombic when I was a kid. He's like Big Shot Guitars here in town. Like he was from San Antonio Slayer, and then he went to Watchtower when Billy Light left to go play with Don Dokken, and he's been in Watchtower since. But he has his project with Cannibal Corpse bass player. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's like super technical, like death metal. Like I think no vocals too, just all music. Ron was my guitar teacher for like about 2 years, and I still remember because we used Bloated Science. Yeah, that's it. Ron has a selective memory. Ron did not know that Alex Webster, Cannibal Corpse bass player. My son ended up taking lessons from Ron, and Axel told him, "Hey, Alex Webster talks about you as a guitar player," and Ron was like, "What? Really?" Because before that, Ron used to call all the Cannibal Corpse and bands like that Cookie Monster music, because he didn't give a shit. But when we finally, but when Axel told him that, Ron investigated, and he's like, "Hey, I listened to that Cannibal Corpse, and wow, they really they play good. There's some intricate stuff. It was like the later era, like frantic like disembowelment and stuff like that, where they were like this fucking going all out, fucking crazy on the guitar." But so he emailed Alex and that's how they connected. But I think Ron tells a different story now. But it was my son who told him that, hey, Alex Webster, talks about you.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I was. Oh, because I'm telling this damn story, Paul. Because I remember I took Possessed to Ron, and I wanted him to figure out some Possessed song. It was like 7 churches. Like this is like when it came out, right back in the day. Now, I remember Ron listening to it, and going, I don't even know what key this is in. What is this? I can't figure this out. You're going to have to give me something else. So it was back to the Judas Priest and whatever, shit he knew. But Possessed was like a no-go. He was like, what is this? It's not even key. I don't even know what key this is in. How is this tune? Is he even singing? Sorry, Ron, but yes, you did say that.
That would be, like, I did have 2 different guitar teachers. I don't normally talk about that stuff much, but
yeah,
in between the 2 was like 14 lessons. And the first one, I brag a little on this one. I don't know, maybe you guys have heard of this guy, Kurt Vanderhoof.
I heard that name, but I can't.
He might have been in a band, or might be currently in a band called Metal Church.
Okay, that I know. Yeah.
So he lived in Aberdeen, Washington for a little while. I mean, I don't know how long he lived there, but he lived there. And he was working as a garbage man. It was when, in the early 90s, when he wasn't in Metal Church. He was working as a garbage man, and he was in a band called Hall of Flame. I'm not very familiar with their stuff, but he gave me like 6-7 lessons because I was sloppy as hell. My time, my rhythm, all over the fucking place. And I was jamming with bands, and we saw, but I was jamming with a drummer, jamming with bass player, all that crap. And he taught me. He's one reason why my rhythm playing is the way it is. He gave me the coaching and the fundamentals on that. And then my second guitar teacher, whose name I don't fucking remember, I wanted him to teach me, like, hey, dude, I want to learn death. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And he was more like he wanted to teach grunge. Or like classic rock. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, I'm in Nebraska now, and I don't live in the land of Nirvana and Pearl Jam anymore. I live in Lincoln, Nebraska, and I want to learn death. And he's like, you want to learn Jeremy? No, I want to learn, Sing Bloody Glory. I want to learn Baptized in Blood. So,
oh, yeah, now we're talking. I want to know Jeremy's poking. I went for death.
He taught me, like, I made it 3 years of guitar playing without ever knowing what a pentatonic scale was.
Yeah.
Then when I learned them, I'm like, oh, I can probably learn every Black Sabbath song now. And then then he taught me, I think, the Phrygian minor, and then the areola and whatever, pepperoni. I don't know the fucking scale because I don't care. It never did.
I learned about the areolas in the backseat of cars back in the day.
But
terrible joke time. Time to shut down the show.
Yeah, but no, and he taught me some chords, which I'm like the worst guy to come up to and go like, do you play an A minor ninth chord? I'd be like, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Can you be not such a dork asking me that shit? Before I pull your underwear over your head and send you on your way.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a fucking wedgie, follow it up with a swirly, and then I'm going to put you in a fucking locker. Then
I'm going to augment your fucking mouth by stretching it with, a nice knuckle sandwich. Dum-dum. All right. Okay.
Spam and cheese.
But if you got any spam and cheese, I might let you off the hook.
But yeah, so I never cared about all that. I just wanted.
Yeah, me too, dude.
You know, I
Dude,
mean,
we
it's
just
good
want to
to,
fucking headbang and rock out, you know, fucking the metal, man. Like, you know,
I just
I
want to
know
sit
there's
there and be
guys
like,
that love that Hawaiian punch. Oh shit!
got two of them,
Step up to the mic.
tropical and traditional. Um,
This is what you get over here at almost 11 o'clock on a Friday. I mean, Friday. I wish.
on a Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday. Can you imagine what Friday's gonna be like? Fuck.
Uh, but what you got? Yeah. I got a
Tribute to
I can't be
Francisco.
all, I can't be all like super loud. I was going to tribute to JD, or should I have been more like, you know?
Yeah,
But,
JD's more the Norwegian.
JD's an entertaining fellow.
JD
Yeah.
rules. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and
Multi
he's, he
talented,
needs to, he
great
needs to say something
personality.
for some of us. You know, share it around, buddy.
Yeah.
Fucking mixing, mastering, engineering, fucking drumming, guitar, bass, vocals. Fucking quit hogging it. Kick ass.
Hey, JD just mastered, not mastered, I shouldn't say that, but remastered the Saranax reissue that's coming out on Headsplit. I think he's getting more work for Headsplit, right, JD? I mean, am I wrong? Hopefully, because he did a great job. I mean, it sounded cool, but it sounds great now. Fucking made that motherfucker rip. Can't wait to hear that, man. Hey.
Like if anybody wants to know my technique, it's I put on the headphones, I move the sliders. Yeah, I'm not using a mouse. I move the sliders on my 20-something-year-old recorder, and I hope it doesn't suck.
You know, when you okay, yeah,
That's
he's mastering a comp for him for Headsplit. So fuck yeah. I hope he gets more shit. Yeah, dude, Saranax should be out soon, right? I think he said a couple weeks ago in a couple weeks, so hopefully we'll see something pop up soon for it. And Indignation, because now Aaron did the cassette CD reissue of the Indignation. Yeah, and you're dude, the mix on this sounds good. On your eye, it's loud, it's powerful, but it's not peaking or it's not distorting.
Yeah, I know I made the mistake in the past, like thinking, oh, you gotta turn up the volume on everything, and found out I was wrong. I also know, like, even in the last 4 years, working on different Kai CDs, like, man, I should have the vocals up a little higher on this. I should have turned the drums down a little on this one. Or,
Okay, we knew this.
where's the
This
bass?
this joke was like after he said that, I was just waiting for it to happen. Paulie, sliders on King Hawaiian rolls.
Damn right.
Hey, King Hawaiian rolls rule.
They
I
do.
like. It can make a crappy meat taste a lot better with that little sweet flavor. All right,
That's
dude,
what
we're
I
on
can't-
2 hours. You been here 2 hour, Paulie. 2
You
hour.
go home now. You go home.
2
You've been here
hour.
too long.
I hope you sell CD because I need 2 hours of my time back from you.
God, I hope I sold a CD too.
Man, this show's gonna get stopped, Necron. All right, get it on Bandcamp.
It's where it's all at. CDs. I don't. The only CD not available on Bandcamp is "Glimpse into a Violent Past." Last I knew, they still had 2 left at Fomorian.
Two, that's it.
That's the last I knew on that album. So
Yeah, you gotta go support Fomorian because they put out Paul stuff, they put out Jeremy stuff,
Dave
and
Ghoulish Dave.
Ghoulish Dave. Yeah.
And they did these sweet ass fucking patches for this
Yep, they did
band you guys may know and love called Pius Levis.
Yeah, this band Pius Levis has like been what 3 or 4 years working on a new album. Hey, with the 7 inches out,
7
say
years.
what? No diddy. For you guys to go order from Old Cemetery Records if you want the new. I think he only did like 100. I'm gonna hopefully get some on some later in the week, and I'll let everybody know, man. Oh, you ordered one shred? Good for you. Fomorian Productions rules. Go check out Old Cemetery Records. Get that shit. But and what you remember, if you order some merch on the Kai Bandcamp, like that shirt Paul's wearing right there of the new album, you get the tracks free. So you'll get your MP3s. You can put them on your little phone, the iPod if you have one still, and you can jam out, man.
Almost every shirt's two-sided.
What?
Yeah, almost every T-shirt that I sell is two-sided.
Damn.
Yeah, well,
Big
I
shot.
got pushed up. I don't know if you.
I think I know who your shirt guys
90s.
are.
But in the '90s, it was like you'd go in, you'd go buy a T-shirt, like maybe a Slayer, Camp, whatever, right? And it'd be like the cool thing on the front, and then the back was just nothing.
That
It's
was
like-
usually your record
And that
store
was like
shirt.
in the late '90s. But I remember being able to go into record stores or Spencer's, and you buy like the Sepultura Arise shirt. It's got the cover art on the front. Then on the back, it's got like them two lobster claw looking fucking things.
Yeah.
With the Arise. And then, if you bought a Slayer shirt, it had the tough guy print on the back. Because I know for a fact that when I was in 8th grade, you could order the World Sacrifice fucking tour shirt out of the magazines or out of back when you had to send in your self-addressed stamped envelope and $5. send a money order or a check or no cash.
Or if you were brave, you could just send the cash if they took cash, but you better hope it got delivered.
Discreet cash.
Yeah.
But,
Please,
I remember
hidden cash too.
and you get the little catalog that was like a photocopied, black and white, really shitty, DRI. And it would have like all the stuff you could actually order, and you'd have to wait 6 to 8 weeks. Unlike now, where you click within 10 days, and sometimes, fuck, a drone just dropped off my pack.
Drone, right? Fucking Fraser. Order within.
Surprise. But I remember all my favorite shirts, like Deicide, the Legion shirt with the end of God, the way it must be,
yeah.
and the tough guy pose. Yeah, we're tough in a cemetery. And or like Eating Back to Life, it had the Eating Back to Life thing on the back.
The zombie. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember buying the T-shirts and always having the back print. And then some point in the '90s, it switched to just the front, no back print, and it carried over. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's worth an extra $5-10. I like
That's why I think it was because everything just keeps getting expensive,
Yeah.
Oh, you want double-sided? Well, that's going to cost you.
But I always loved the double-sided shirts because, like the Slayer Dead Skin Mask shirt, on the back it said like "In the depths of the mind, insane," or if I remember right. But they always had like the cool, like maybe a little lyric or alternate or like a variation of the picture from or one of the other pictures from the album. So like I kind of missed that. So I'm like, fuck it, I want two-sided shirts. So me and Barry had a chat, and because Barry, gotta love Barry. He
Barry
helps
rules.
me out
He's a
with
good dude.
all my merch.
Yeah, I
He
got a
told me-
Kai shirt from Barry once.
Yeah, I believe you have the Hawaiian death metal or pure Hawaiian death metal. It's a
I
white
do.
logo,
Yeah,
and then the warrior head on the back.
fucking rules. Hey, Aaron was saying he always sends cash, and I'm going to ask Aaron in the chat. Have you sent cash to South America, and have you not gotten burned? Because I always hear that's the most risky one to send well-hidden cash to was South America, and I never did it. So let me know, Aaron.
I've never sent that there.
Yeah, I understand
Yeah.
cash is South America. I was like, I sent to what is the cash place where you can pick up money or whatever, send money.
Western Union.
Western Union. I sent money to Western Union, like to Latin America, but not straight cash. Those mailmen are too crooked. No way. All right, dude, we're gonna wrap this up.
Oh
Two
yeah, thank you.
hours. Okay. Hey, man, thank you for coming on. It was a fun show.
Fuck,
And
I'd love to be
your
on
album's
here.
great. I mean, that's not this glazing Paul. It really fucking, it's a good fucking metal release, and I wouldn't have you on here if I didn't think so.
I really appreciate that, man. I wouldn't hang on here if this show's for posers. 'Cause,
Posers are
I'm
welcome, but
going
they must not talk.
Yeah,
We don't want to hear poser opinions, but you can hang out and watch the show.
yeah. But I wouldn't go on a poser show. This ain't no poser show.
Well, who has a poser show? No, I don't want to put you on the spot.
I'd rather not name names because I don't have bridges built yet to burn.
There you
Um,
go. That's a smart answer. There you go.
well, like,
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
well, thanks to your channel, Barry's channel, I've been on Shredbeard's channel, and
I've
thanks to
seen Revic talk about you.
yeah, and Revic says lots of very kind things. Drucifer talks about me. Thanks to him, I now call my vocals pterodactyl screams.
Fucking yeah, he was in here earlier. I saw Drew in here earlier.
Right. And thanks to Vincent Crowley, who also talks about me quite kindly. He's why I got to be on the Tampa Morgue. So I mean,
That's
thanks
right.
to
Go listen to that episode with the Tampa Morgue. Hell yeah.
and at the beginning they fuck up and say I'm from Arkansas, but then like when it gets to my portion after they get done talking to Blake from Interceptor and live vocalist for Mantis and Abaddon's Venom. After his interview, then they say it correctly about me being from Nebraska. But yeah, sons of bitches. Yeah, we're gonna talk to Paul. He's out of Hawaiian death metal out of Arkansas. What the fuck?
Arkansas.
Hillbilly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, they made it. I've been busting his balls since. But so I've been on a few channels, podcasts, whatever you guys want to call them. And if it wasn't for that, I'm pretty damn sure I wouldn't sell more than 8 CDs. And I mean, I'd still be happy with 8 CDs, but thanks to these channels specifically that I named and the people actually enjoying the music that I release, and then sharing it with whoever watches them. Without guys like Necron, fuck man, who knows if I'd be on album, CD number 4. I mean, I might still be, but who knows if I would be? Who knows if I would have been like, fuck it, wrap it up.
There's all type of metal channels out there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. And then
I don't always. Some of them seem inauthentic. Some of them seem like, they're just kind of fake about their love of the music. Like, it's like J-Dog. I'm not going to even use him because that's a whole different beast. But, some people, it's like they try to out tough guy you on how metal they are. Or they.
that's like 14-year-old, 15-year-old stuff.
Yeah, but
Like-
it's like a 50-year-old dude talking like a 14-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
like if you're like, yeah, it's so grim and brutal, nothing but early '90s Norway. Yeah, cool, whatever. Just since that's all you're into, if I find out you actually crank up Sabotage all the time, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you for it. I don't see a problem with people listening to Sabotage, but if you're shitting on everything other than
Like cold grim shit. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
Drew fucking. I don't run in circles like many circles, so like pretty much you guys in the chat is really all I know. I mean, I don't venture out
Same.
much. Our whole little circle that we got. And he was telling me that the Colt Grim guy shit on Venom. Now, I'm like, what the fuck is the? What world are we in where you shit on like classic Venom?
Dude, if you shit on classic Venom, I don't. You better. You better be a guy that never wanted to listen to anything heavier than Wasp and Motley Crue.
Right.
You know?
What's wrong with Motley?
Because nothing. You know, but I mean, like, if you like Motley Crue, don't be ashamed of liking Motley Crue. You can like Motley Crue and fucking Malevolent Creation.
Dude.
You know, it's like the guys that sit there, they're so tough guys. They're like, yeah. If you don't listen to if you listen to anything other than blasphemy, yeah, whatever, dude. I know about your fucking 2 Live Crews tapes.
Dude,
Yeah, still break off. So I mean,
the war metal, you know, tough guys. Where the hell are these guys? You know, they're all like a lot of them are young guys. Not all of them, but you know, there's some legit war metal dudes. I'm not talking about you guys, the ones I know, but some of these younger guys, I'm like, don't come in here trying to dictate. Like, bro, I have no idea where you came from, but you did not, you know, start out by listening to Blasphemy and Conqueror and Revenge and all that.
And if you're our ages and you're talking about how metal you are, I know damn well if I put on Falco, Rock Me Amadeus, we're all gonna be fucking singing along to it because that's what was on the fucking radio back when we were little, or back when we were like,
Rock me, Amadeus. Rock
I know you listen to Murray Head One Night in Bangkok, and you know it makes a hard man humble. You know, like, I know that.
I listen to heavy shit, you know, obviously, because, you know, that's what I like the most, but I don't know, dude, man. I just can't stand the fucking falseness of a lot of the shit that I see anymore. It's false, man. Come on, get out of here.
I only listened to Slayer from 1985 to 1986. Really? Because I know you like
2 years, okay.
Jackass. I know you were sitting there singing along to Lucky Star, just like the guy in the fucking movie. Like, I can't remember the movie, but there's a hitman, and he listened to Lucky Star all the time. I thought it was hilarious. But
that's like God tier Madonna, though. That's when she was the shit.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to deny that. But, you know, like, if I were to get invited onto a channel like that, I'd just be like, whatever.
Putting on the Ritz.
Or it'd be just to be like busting balls.
You ever watched the taco video? They all got blackface on and putting on the Ritz. Wasn't that David Johansen or something? Wasn't he in Taco? Wasn't he Buster Poindexter or something from the New York Dolls? Yeah, from the New York Dolls. That's him, man.
But yeah,
I'm getting all mixed up. I don't know.
And now I'm completely off the fucking rails. Like, if there were rails, they're fucking gone. They're somewhere back there. Completely off.
Oh, okay, that was hot. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I see. I get Taco and that one mixed up because the videos, at least in my brain, are kind of the same. Yeah, that was hot. He had a minor hit with that. Probably made more money at that than he ever did with the New York Dolls, I bet.
But yeah, so I don't think I would go hang out on a channel like that. They're like, hey, we want to talk to you about the hot. Really? So you got a sense of humor? Or are you just going to be sitting there like polishing a fucking M60 the whole time and talking about like, you know, yeah, I like to rappel out of helicopters when I go to fucking Texas Roadhouse for my dinners. I mean, I want to know if like you're a real human or if you're just like nothing but it. It's like Trucifer, he's fucking hilarious. That guy will joke about a Loverboy album.
You know, speaking of Loverboy, I did an uncool prank one time. It was Christmas, and I gave Link Squirngle, you know, it was a wrapped up, you know, album on Christmas, and it was Loverboy I found for like $1, Get Lucky, you know, where he has his ass cheeks with the Get Lucky on the back, you know, on the front. And I gave it to him wrapped up. He's like, oh, what type of fucking cool shit that's gonna be? He's like, opens it. He's like, man, get the fuck out of here.
If you would have sent that to Shred Beard, that'd be on his ceiling.
He'd be getting lucky right now, jamming it.
He would be while staring
Yeah.
at the picture on his ceiling.
He'd be
Alone.
thinking,
Could have the candles.
he'd be all gangs in the street, looking for you, looking
Candles
for me.
lit, mood lighting.
And then on
Rose
Friday
color.
night, it's everybody's working for the weekend. Dun, 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 dun. And then Saturday night, he's putting on his shades, and it's all. And that bass line. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
Then that rip. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. How do we know this? Because it fucking rolled back then. That's why.
Damn right.
Yeah. He'd be, and his shirt would just say, "Turn me loose" on it. Why don't you turn me loose?
While wearing Daisy Dukes. 'Cause that's what dudes wore back then.
Oh, God, it's going to say "turn me" and then loose on the back with an arrow pointing down. No, don't turn me, man. I didn't mean that. What, dude? We are off the fucking rails. We got to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for giving me some time to, just hang out and talk about my stuff and just have fun. I mean,
Again, where did I fucking put it? I keep putting it over here. This is a killer record. Go support Paul. He put a lot of heart into it. Great riffs, great vocals. The drums. We at this point, one-man bands it's a thing like normal bands. I really don't care anymore. Like, I used to be that guy, and I think Burzum kind of changed that for me. I was like, well, this dude fucking does everything himself, and it's I like Burzum, so it makes no sense to say I like fucking that, but I don't like one-man bands. Now some of them I don't like, but that's because I don't like the band, not because they're a one-man band. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is worth your time and money and attention. Go get it.
And I need to buy my son a new set of guitars there.
There you go. So if someone wants to support Paul, get over to the Kai Band Camp, buy a shirt and buy a CD so he can get some strings for his son. Because he can't just buy 6, he got to buy 7 strings now.
Yeah. Well, I got to buy strings for both his guitars, my 3 guitars. Fuck. Strings are expensive. Damn.
Yeah, it's really a grift. He's going to go buy coconuts and pineapples.
I've got them growing in the backyard in the greenhouse.
There you go. All right. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, thank you, and also thank all the people watching.
Yeah, thanks for everybody that stuck around. Appreciate it. It's always
for our jackassery.
Exactly. Thanks for putting up with this. We'll see you next time, man.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. Paul's team is going to play, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, wait, tough guy. Oh.